Every year during this moment of time, this period of time, October, November, we sit with our newspapers. Look at the picture of Delhi looking like a gas chamber. Delhi again becomes a gas chamber. And to complement and supplement that, we have another picture. This picture is of a farmer who is burning the stubble which is the leftover residue of paddy cultivation. Now the blame game begins. This is that farmer who is responsible for the climate crisis, the weather crisis, the pollution in Delhi. But is he really? Are the farmers causing the current crisis? Let's talk about that. From the perspective of GS Mains paper 3rd, it is important to understand it. The Supreme Court has today rapped the Punjab government saying, I do not care how do you achieve the prohibition of stubble burning, you have to do it, be it by force or by some incentive. All the states who are involved in this, Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, you all must sit together and discuss what do you need to do. Certain suggestions have also been made from the perspective of GS Mains paper 3rd. It is important to understand it also from the perspective of GS Mains paper 4. Also, do not worry about making notes. It's available through my Telegram channel, Pooja Dwivedi UPSC. If you have any queries, you can talk to me on my Instagram, follow me on my threads. So, the Supreme Court has rapped the Punjab government, said that please do something about the crises. You're not doing enough. But we are going to talk about other factors that are also relatable. Now, the bench consisted of Justice Sanjay Kishan Kaul and Sudhanshu Dhulia ji. And they made the local state house officer under the overall supervision of the chief secretary and the DGP to be responsible for prohibiting crop residue burning. It has also directed, the Supreme Court has directed the Delhi government to, for example, for the municipal solid waste, it should not be burnt in the city during the open as it happens. Other than this, only the taxis registered in Delhi are plying in the capital. It has to be ensured in the Delhi NCR region. It should be the vehicles which are registered in the Delhi NCR region. So outside vehicles shouldn't come. That means lack of tourism. When it comes to tourists, of course, it is going to be impacted. The revenue that tourism brings also is going to be impacted. Now, stubble burning, what is it? Stubble, what is it? First, we have to talk about that. Stubble is the leftover residue that we get after the harvesting of certain crops. It could be for wheat, generally it is for paddy. And once the crops are harvested, the stubble has to be removed so that the next crop can be sowed. And here comes the problem. Now, due to the lack of proper alternatives, due to the lack of proper time window, the stubble gets this very cheap alternative that every stubble should be burned so that another crop can be sowed. And for Punjab farmers, for Haryana farmers, it is a much bigger problem. Why? Because of an act. I will tell you about that as well. So when the stubble burns away, it creates pollution, that is for sure. Methane, carbon monoxide, volatile organic compounds, etc. are spread in the atmosphere. Other than this, soil fertility gets lost, soil erosion starts to take place, nutrients get lost, important microbes, and moisture is lost. Now what happens? In order to ensure that the soil has nutrients, more nutrients and fertilizers will be used. That means an added cost on the farmer. So it is like a continuous chain. It is like a continuous chain. Residue burning, emission of greenhouse gases occur, release of soot particles causing smog, that happens in Delhi. Delhi during this particular period of time grapples with low wind speed and cool air. The cool air takes the smog with itself, the pollutants with itself, and creates smog. Then we have deteriorate soil fertility, loss of soil flora and fauna, loss of carbon as well, loss of biodiversity, loss of plant life, everything imaginable that is negative in nature is related to stubble burning. But the farmers do not have any choice because the time gap between the harvest of paddy and sowing of the wheat, the rabi crop, is very less, just 2 to 3 weeks. And within that 2 to 3 weeks, it's hard to find a labor that can do it manually. In many states of India, it is done manually, but not for Punjab and Haryana. Let's talk why. The major culprit here is Subsoil Water Conservation Act, which was passed in 2009. Now, this prohibits early paddy plantation, delaying it by 2-3 weeks mid-June and beyond. Why? Why does it prohibit it? See, groundwater is extra exploited in the Punjab and Haryana region. So when paddy cultivation is pushed forward, we can ensure that we are now dependent on not only groundwater but also rainfall. Whenever the paddy cultivation is delayed, what will happen? The harvest will be delayed, and the time gap that should be large between wheat and rice, the harvesting of paddy and the sowing of wheat crop, it gets reduced. Traditionally, manual labors were present, but now because of the reduction in time period, we do not have any other option but to burn the stubble. Because labor was there earlier, so labor used to do it manually and it was eco-friendly as well as, of course, very important, eco-friendly and also created employment. But now that is not a choice and it mandatorily delayed the crop cycle by 2 to 3 weeks. Now what happens? Farmers use machines to harvest paddy crop. Machines give an extra added cost. Not only that, but the machines are not able to get rid of the entire stubble as well. They leave the corners. Some feet of stubble, 2 feet of stubble is still left. How do we get rid of that? So machines are inefficient. This is what the Punjab farmers are all saying. Central Pollution Control Board, Commission for Air Quality Management, System for Air Quality and Weather Forecasting Research, everything has flopped. Happy seeders, balers, biodecomposers, why they have flopped? First, these are very costly in nature and even if people do not know about it, farmers do not know about it. So there is a lack of awareness. Who has to create awareness? The government has to create awareness. Now, the crop residue management machines are distributed widely in Punjab, but what happens? That approximately 90% of them remain unused because they are inefficient, because the stubble is not completely removed. The corners are left. Some feet of stubble is still left. High diesel consumption also takes place with respect to the CRMs and time consuming operation. So do you really think farmers are the ones to be blamed? Then stubble collected from farmers is actually used as a fuel in industries, but they do not get any sort of repercussions. It is only the farmers. Punjab farmers actually cultivate non-basmati rice. They are struggling to diversify the crop patterns. Approximately 7.5 million acres of Punjab land is under the paddy cultivation. That means 22 million tons of stubble annually. So, the Supreme Court has said that please do something about it. First of all, incentivize. If machines are being used, you must pay a fraction of it. The state government should share the, you can say, the cost of the machines, as well as if the government is providing so many subsidies, central government, it can also bear the cost of the machines. Next, MSP should be reduced for paddy or removed. And paddy should be phased out from Punjab. In Punjab, paddy is cultivated basically to get MSP. If MSP is put on other crops which are sustainable for the land of Punjab, why not look at that? This is what the Supreme Court is saying. But we have a long way to go. We have to ensure awareness. We have to ensure eco-friendly measures. Also, we have to take care of other things such as local traffic, industries, construction workers, sweeping of roads, local biomass burning, and the other things. Because stubble burning, according to the government data only, contributes 15 to 30% during this period of time. Others are also responsible, and we have to go for long-term solutions, not short-terms. The Diwali sale is going on, guys. You must take advantage of it. English batch is being launched from 15th November and English is from 17th November. Hindi is from 10th of November. If you use the code PD Live, this is available just till 16th November. Please use it. You will get it at a high discount, 22,999 only. I hope you understood this topic. Thank you so much for watching. Stay updated.